Hello everyone, this is Sakshi. You're watching Inventiva and this is the crucial hour at 8, news from 8 to 8. Looking first at the national news. NIA raids multiple locations in Jammu and Kashmir in Jamaat-e-Islami case. The National Investigation Agency or NIA on Wednesday began raids at the premises of Jamaat-e-Islami members at separate places in Jammu and Kashmir in an alleged terror funding case filed in February this year. It earlier raided over 60 premises in August, 8 and 9 in the case. The agency has since been questioning JEL members. Wankhede let off an international drug lord in a cruise ship raid, says Nawab Malik. Malik shared pictures of NCB officers' nikah with his first wife, Dr. Shabana Qureshi, and the nikah nama to claim that the NCB zonal director had forged documents to make a scheduled caste certificate to get into Public Service Commission. Delhi's free pilgrimage scheme now includes Ayodhya, set to resume in a month. Ayodhya is now included in Mukhyamantri Tirth Yatra Yojana, the Delhi government's free pilgrimage scheme for senior citizens of the national capital, Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal announced on Wednesday. Mandviya to meet the state health ministers today over ramping up vaccine drive. The interaction led by Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandviya will take place at Vigyan Bhavan starting at 3 p.m. according to Press and Information Bureau or PIB. Karnataka announces guidelines for international arrivals. Karnataka government on Wednesday issued guidelines for international arrivals. All international travellers planning to come to Karnataka must submit a self-declaration form on the online Air Suvidha portal before the scheduled travel. Passengers will have to upload a negative COVID-19 RT-PCR report. Supreme Court forms an independent expert committee to probe Pegasus revelations. In its order, the Apex Court has also pulled up the union government for raising the issue of national security instead of filing a detailed affidavit to clarify various pertinent points raised by the petitioner. Amrinder Singh says they will form a new party ahead of Punjab polls, targets Sidhu. The two-time former Chief Minister also lashed out at incumbent Charanjit Singh Channi, who said that the state government would move the Supreme Court against the centre's decision to increase the jurisdiction of the Border Security Force or BSF. India committed to supplying affordable medicines to the world, Health Minister. Mansukh Mandviya is also set to chair a meeting with the state health ministers to ramp up the COVID-19 vaccination drive in the country. On Wednesday, Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandviya said that India commits to supply affordable medicines to the rest of the world since it has taken the oath of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the world is our family. He highlighted the coronavirus disease or COVID-19 crisis. He said that while India began when it did not even have enough medicines, the country became self-reliant on its need and eventually supplied drugs and other related drugs to more than 150 nations across the world. BJP to send 3-member committee to Odisha over Kalahandi teacher murder case. The committee comprising Sunita Duggal, Vanathi Srinivasan and Rupa Mitra is expected to visit the place of the incident and interact with the people of the area. COVID-19 vaccine deadline. Delhi government departments issue reminders to staff. Delhi government departments have been sending out reminders to staff asking them to take at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine by October 15, failing to prevent them from attending office. IRCTC announces North Darshan Yatra from October 31st. IRCTC said that the North Darshan Yatra package is one of the most affordable, all-inclusive tour package. The tickets are available in the sleeper and third AC categories. Moving on to the international news, Beijing says Taiwan has no right to join the United Nations. Taiwan has no right to join the United Nations, a Beijing official said on Wednesday after US Secretary of State Antony Blinken urged greater inclusion of the self-governing island in the UN institutions. US President Biden urged not to impose CAATSA sanctions on India. Two powerful US senators have urged President Joe Biden not to impose provisions of the punitive Countering America's Advisories through Sanctions Act or CAATSA against India for buying the S-400 surface-to-air missile system from Russia. Gulf Arab states squeezed by climate change still tout oil. The global energy transition is perhaps nowhere more perplexing than in the Arabian Peninsula, where Saudi Arabia and other Gulf monarchies are caught between two daunting climate change scenarios that threaten their livelihoods. US-China sparring over Taiwan heats up anew. The United States and China are stepping up their war of words over Taiwan in a long-simmering dispute that has significant implications for the power dynamic in the Indo-Pacific and beyond. US challenges Assange extradition block in UK court. The US government on Wednesday appealed against a British judge's decision to block the extradition of WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange to face trial for publishing military secrets. China put city of 4 million under lockdown due to spike in COVID cases. Residents have been told not to leave homes except in emergencies as China pushes Lanzhou into lockdown due to 6 new cases reported in the city and 29 new cases reported overall across the nation. 11 killed in IS attack near Baghdad. Gunmen from the Islamic State extremist group attacked a village northeast of Baghdad on Tuesday, killing at least 11 civilians and wounding 6 others, Iraqi security officials said. Moving on to finance, stocks in the news. Bajaj Finance, ITC, Axis Bank, Cipla, PVR and IEX, ITC, L&T. Maruti Suzuki, Titan, Adani Enterprises, Adani Ports, SBI Life, Bajaj Auto, IndusInd Bank, United Spirits, PNB, Lupin and Dalmia Bharat are among the companies that will announce their September quarter results on Wednesday. RBI imposes ₹90 lakh penalty on Vasai Vikas Sehakari Bank. The RBI on Tuesday said it has imposed a 90 lakh rupee penalty on Vasai Vikas Sehakari Bank, Maharashtra for non-compliance with certain directions including on classification of loans as NPAs and other directions. DNS allowance hike to 31% effective from July 1, says Finance Ministry. DNS allowance for central government employees has been hiked to 31% of the basic pay from 28% with effect from July 1, 2021, the Finance Ministry said. Reliance New Energy Solar makes open offer to acquire 26% stake in Sterling and Wilson Solar at Rs 375 a share. Mukesh Ambani's Reliance New Energy Solar has submitted an open offer to acquire 25.9% stake in Sterling and Wilson Solar at 12% discount to the current share price. IRB Infrastructure to raise Rs 5,347 crore from GIC, Spain Sintra. Sintra Global, an arm of Spanish infrastructure firm Ferrovial, and Backlayers Investment Pte, an affiliate of GIC, will pick up around 42% stake in IRB Infrastructure at a total equity investment of up to 5,347 crore rupees. Swiss Re to invest 920 crore rupees in Paytm's insurance unit. Swiss Re will first invest around 397 crore rupees upfront, and the remaining capital will come in tranches subject to fulfillment of certain milestones in Paytm Insurtech Private Limited. And finally, technology. Sequoia Capital to restructure funds, becoming more than a VC. Sequoia Capital will remake its investment structure in the US and Europe around a single fund. Sequoia partner Rielov Botha says as it will be known, Sequoia Fund will let the firm invest in a range of asset classes. Snap hits 100 million monthly users in India, plans to double down on commerce. After hitting the new milestone, Snap doubled down on commerce in India and has inked several partnerships with leading platforms like Flipkart, Zomato and others. Sundar Pichai sees JioPhone Next as crucial to Google India business. Alphabet Incorporation sees demand in India coming from people looking to shift from feature phones to smartphones, CEO Sundar Pichai says during an earnings call. The JioPhone Next, jointly developed by Reliance Jio and Google, is set for a Diwali launch. With just 6 months of cash in the bank, IPO was a desperate contingency plan, says Zomato CEO. Zomato, to stay focused on food, will only invest in businesses that can add more than $10 billion to its market cap going forward, says CEO Deepinder Goyal. This is Sakshi from Inventiva Studios signing off. Till then, good night and subscribe to our channel for daily updates.